Hello, how is everyone? You look very dark. I've had the camera all over the place and I still look as if I'm very dark. Anyway, hello. How are we all doing? I hope we're all well. So, a new tent, and it's the trekking pole tent that I mentioned the other day from Temu. So it's a Geertop, and it's apparently, by the looks of it, it's very similar to the Lanshan Pro, but obviously a fraction of the cost. I don't expect it to be as good as that, but for what I paid, which was roughly, look how dark that is. Let me see if I can turn you a bit. Roughly for what I paid, which was around £39, I think it was retailing at 56, 58 or something like that. And then I got a £15, put it in my basket, got a £15 coupon thing to bring it down to 40 something, and then I kept going in after I'd ordered it. I kept going in and doing the price adjust, and I got a couple of quid back on the price adjust over the course of the week, and just this morning as well I think I got £1 back off it. So all in all it's around about £38. It's a two-person single skinned trekking pole tent. So I've just weighed it there in the kitchen and it came in at 1.5 kg, but I haven't taken anything out, so I'm imagining that's pegs and everything in there. But even so, 1.5 kg for a two-person single skin trekking pole tent is heavier than I thought. The only thing with Temu, there's no mention of the weight or anything like that, or what it weighs and whatnot. So I think my neighbour John next door, sounds like he's jet washing. I've put the noise reduction thing on, so hopefully it's not going to be picking that up. Also, what do you think of my new Temu Rab hat and my Temu Rab t-shirt? Yeah, I'm decked out in Rab, all brand new Rab gear for, I think it was like £2 so big. T-shirt was £1 odd, and the hat was like £1 odd. It's obviously not the real thing, and you can tell, but it'll do me. Right, what I'll do, I won't bore you with putting it up and everything. I might show you what's in the bag actually. Yeah, let's have a look at that. I'll bring you back in a second. So I don't know if you see that there. So it's basically 1.5 kg, but this hasn't been, I haven't taken any bits out that might be in this bag yet, so it could possibly come in lighter, but for the sake of argument we'll call that 1.5 kg, heavier than I thought. Right, I'm sorry about this shadow. I don't think there's not really much I can do. I'm doing everything. I don't want you facing into the sun. I've lifted my new Rab hat a bit, but if I take it off, my baldy head will burn. So this is the bag that it comes in, like a ripstop material with your pull cord. It seems a fairly spacious bag. I mean, there still seems to be a bit of room in there, even though this has been factory packed. So in the bag as well, I did notice there's some instructions of how it goes together. It says ultralight trekking pole backpacking tent. Let me tell you, at 1.5 kg that is not ultralight. Right, this comes off just a normal bit of thing holding there. That'll be never see the light of day again. And then we've got the short, yeah, a bag of tents and a bag of guy lines, or wind ropes as I like to describe them. Wind ropes, which I suppose they aren't really. And then the tent itself. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get it out on the lawn, get the trekking poles in it, and then we'll come back and have a look at it. So I've just pitched it. The instructions are pretty easy really. It just says peg out 4 corners, but it comes with these like little black pegs, which for the sake of this I will use, but So there's 4 already in there, and then there's another, I don't know, what, another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in there. See, whoops, is that with that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 6. I'm just down here. 6 pegs there, and you've got 4 guy outlines, which are this green colour, but it's not too clear on how you peg the corners out. I'll show you what I mean. I'll just tilt you around, just bear with us a second and watch my fingers. But you see here, I've pegged it, but there's that string there is just tied to that loop there, so I'm assuming that you'll peg it out on the bottom and then that'll lift. Will that lift? And that'll lift us, I don't know. Well, we'll see. I'll get the trekking poles in. There's not even any indication as to how high to set the trekking poles either. Oh, and if the eagle eyes you might have noticed, I've made a hammock area. I've concreted in 2 10-foot posts. I've dug down 2 foot and concreted them in. So I've got room to put a tarp over the top and hang me hammocks. Excuse me. And hang the hammock, that's a tongue twister, and hang the hammocks in the middle. But yeah, there's no getting away from that. Probably just as well you're not seeing my face. Yeah, so what do you think of that, eh? Don't think Joe was too happy. But I've told him we can turn it into some sort of pergola or something if needed to. And we're going to get some lanterns for the top and what. Anyway, I'm going on, Anna. Right, let me get the trekking poles in this and see how it stands up. Well, I'm in a lava, but I don't even know where to start with how bad this tent is. Some you win, some you lose. I'm going to put this down as a loss. The workmanship on it, just from the outside what I've seen, is appalling. How you peg it out, it's just appalling. It's just, it makes no sense. You could probably do bits to it to make it a little bit more of what you'd expect of how to peg out a tent. Just weird. There's Ollie and Bertie, his mate from next door, the white boxer. Right, so I'll show you around it. So here it is, pegged out. One thing it's got going for it is the vents. It's got 4 vents in total. 2 on what I'm assuming is the front, above the doors, there and there. And they have got stairs. Unfortunately, this stair here that I've got was sewn. It was sewn into the top of here, so I had to break that free. I've not checked all of the stitching. It doesn't actually look too bad along the tops, but I have absolutely no idea what this is for. I thought there was going to be a vent or something underneath there, but there isn't. It's just a flap of material hanging over. I had to move out its peg because apparently it is just pegged with them, so why it's like that I do not know. Yeah, look, I'm hoping you can see this, but look at the state of the stitching on that. We might see it better on the other side actually. I did see some, maybe there's none on there. I'll have to check inside to see if this is actually taped, but look at the state of that there. Threads hanging off. It's just, I think that's just, I don't know what they've done there with the stitching. It's done what they liked, haven't they? So if that's that, Right, I'll open this door. It's just, there's no flap. It's not YKK, obviously. It's the tiniest, look at it, little zipper on there. So I'll get that up, I'll get this door tied back and we'll have a look inside. So the door is a J door. I don't know what type of material that is. It's like a polyester, but is it tape seamed? I don't know what that is, it's just weird. It doesn't seem to be. So the door, your inside door and your outside door, just tie onto this one outside toggle, and the inside one has got the same thing there. I'm not looking forward to going inside this piece of garbage. Yeah, I suppose we're going to have to, aren't we, for the sake of the video. have to have a look in it. And it's sweltering. See what other faults I can find. So it does have, I've set these to 120 by the way, but it does actually have loops there to put your trekking pole through, which I've not done. There's a pocket I can see over there. There's mesh over the vents there. Right, I'll get in and I'll bring it back when I'm in. So there's actually two pockets in here. I have no idea what the bathtub floor hydrostatic head is or anything. I think I've seen it saying somewhere that it was a 3000mm, but it's already filling up with midges and stuff. There's your vent there. See, obviously your doors are just the mesh things there. See, that's not, I don't know if that's tape seamed or not. I don't think it actually is. So, it's like a sauna in here, by the way. And you've got one hanging up there. Right, let's have a look at laying down. Right. Oh. There's me head at the top with my rab top. On the mat, look at my feet. Everything looks dark on this for some reason. So yeah, there is room. I mean, yeah, there's room in it. There's room in it, it will fit me and my gear, but wouldn't want to. I don't know. Hey, let's shut this other mesh door up. I'm not staying in here long. Imagine it's roasting. So the mesh door is a two-way, but I've got that trekking pole. I can't get that zip to come down there. I've done the one from the bottom, and this mesh as well. It is very fine. It will keep midges out, but I can see why it was 1.5 thingy. It's very cheap mesh, if you know what I mean. The zips are very cheap. I've already seen, look, there's a hole there already. There's a hole there. Yeah, it's a waste. So, right, I'm getting out of here. I don't know if you can see, but I'm melting. The wicked witch. I'll just quickly show you. I did manage to free that zip, but it's come away there like even worse. So yeah, that unfortunately is a fail for me and for Timo. Sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. To be fair, it's worked out more times than it hasn't. I mean, my rab top and hat, for instance. But no, that's the biggest pile of shite I've ever bought. No quality control. Seems completely pointless to have that skirt round it if there's not even a vent. I could understand, you know, when you get them skirts and there's a vent underneath, but there isn't. So how it's pegged makes no sense to me. There's no way you can tension them. So yeah, garbage. I'm going to leave it up, and I'm going to leave it up, and if it rains through the night, we'll see if there's much water inside it. I'm absolutely positive there is, because there's already daylight. There's already daylight coming through it, isn't there? Right guys, so that's it for this one. If you've enjoyed this, it doesn't matter about the product, don't give us a thumbs down because the tent's garbage. If you've liked the video, give us a thumbs up if you found it helpful or informative. So yeah, on the helpful side, don't buy this piece of crap. It might be alright for your kids in the garden. I might use it one day, I don't know, but I'm very much doubting it. So yeah, so if you've liked it, give us a thumbs up. If you don't subscribe to the channel, get yourself subscribed. Get yourself subscribed. I think I'm only about 49 away from 2,000 now on the subs count. So yeah, get yourself subscribed. It helps me out massively. Same as just liking the video, it helps it out massively. Well, I can't talk, it gets it out there. I think I've got heat stroke from inside that, like a sword, as you can imagine. Yeah, so that's it for this one, guys. So until next time, whatever we're doing, wherever we're going, jazz hands. Love you loads of millions. Bye for now. Mwah!